Have you ever felt like the more people you cut off, the more quieter your life becomes? I think this is a pattern that I've started to recognize in my life because I have this tendency to just cut off people, not because I want to, but because I'm forced to. Sometimes you just gotta prioritize your mental health. Sometimes you gotta be like, hey man, this is not good for me. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. Best of luck. That's it. No explanations, nothing. You just gotta go. You just gotta go from toxic situations. You just gotta leave the table that don't even respect you. They don't even care what happens to you. They just talk bad things behind your back, and then on your face they act like nothing happened. And I think it's just human nature that they just want to play the victim all the time. No one is up for accepting any responsibility from their end, and it's very easy to put the blame. It's very easy to point your fingers at someone and say, hey, that's the bad guy. And they do not take any accountability for their actions anymore. Even if they're people who are close to you, even if they're people you're friends with, I've seen rarely anyone accepting the responsibility. And I don't know where we are headed. If I just feel like it's just better to stay alone than just make more connections, because they're just scheming. They have selfish interests. They're always up to something. Maybe they're gossiping about something. Maybe they're just talking bad about someone. And on your face, they pretend to be friends. But as soon as you leave the conversation, as soon as you leave the room, they start to bash you. They start to portray you as a monster, portray you as a villain. And you just gotta sometimes you just gotta be like, hey man, all right, I'll be the monster, but I'm gonna leave. I don't owe anyone explanations. I don't owe anyone anything if it doesn't involve them. I don't care what anyone says. And yeah, I think you just have to be a little bit, just don't care about people anymore. It kind of makes you apathetic, and I don't want to be that. I want to be I want to be human. I want to talk. I want to have conversations. But if this is how the friendships are, if this is how the world is, then it kind of discourages me to even look for what's out there, because it's just a endless chain of disappointments, one way or another. I think it's just human nature to just hurt one another. But I think the bigger question here is whether you want to feel hurt, or you want to feel nothing at all. And I think that is where it comes on the decision to be social. Because I personally would rather feel something than nothing at all. I would rather feel those emotions. I would rather feel that hurt. I would rather risk getting hurt. But I just don't want to be alone all of a sudden. But I guess that is the only reason why I try anymore, why I get up every day, and why I bother talking to people, because it's okay. I know the world is disappointing. I know they don't talk good things about me behind my back. I know that I am hated. I know that there are people who are not good for me. But at the same time, you do have people who have your best interest in their mind, and who are there for you, who care about you. And it's very hard to find them, of course. But this is it. This is what it becomes, I guess, life. To just go out there, find your people. And yeah, I don't know just what's wrong with the world. We're just very rude to one another. We just forgot to be kind, and kindness is just a mistaken for flirting nowadays. If you're kind to someone, there has to be some selfish motive behind it. But yeah, I try to be kind for no reason at all. I try to help anyone who is in need, despite our past differences, despite anything. I would just, if anyone needs my help, I'll be there, because I want to see the change. I want to be the change I want to see. And yeah, I could just close myself off away from the world, cut everyone off, but that is not the kind of life I want to live. I want to live a better life. I want to be able to trust people. I want to be able to go out there, experience. I want to enjoy life, but the endless chain of disappointments, they just keep coming, and I'm all in for that. Bring it on. I'm ready for anything that life throws at me. And I think that is what life is, to deal with the disappointments, to deal with the betrayal, uh, to deal with your girlfriend dumping you, to deal with heartbreak, to deal with broken friendships, to deal with friends who do not have the best intentions for you, to deal with failed potential failed potential talking stages and whatnot. So, but in the end, it just works out. Like sometimes it just life just clicks and everything just works in order. But all you have to do is you just gotta keep trying, keep failing more. A lot of people are afraid to fail, and that is why they don't even try. They don't even bother showing up. I know that we all have past trauma. I know that we sometimes we just can't get out of bed, and that's okay. Have you ever felt, just gotten out of a bed as if you just gotten out of a dinosaur egg? Like, here we go. We're just spawning in a death battle match, I guess, in the middle of a death match where people are just shooting at one another, and you're just in between that chaos. You find yourself, you're like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? Why am I here? What's the point? And it's just a choice between you either just giving up right there, or just going out there and just participating in the death battle match, whatever that is. So yeah, that was just a little bit a metaphor that just popped into my head, and I guess that suits it because life is war. Life is a constant battle. Sometimes it's between you and yourself, and sometimes it's just between you and the world. Conflict, they happen all the time. It's human to not want to get out of bed sometimes. You're human, and there's nothing wrong with you, but you have to scorch through that. You have to scorch through the pain. You have to scorch through the painful nights, the painful mornings. Sometimes you're not going to be able to get some sleep, yet you have to go. You have expectations to fulfill, and you just gotta keep going, I guess. You just gotta be there. You have to announce to the world, hey man, I know that you're trying to defeat me. I know you're trying to put me down, but here I am standing. I have this belief in myself. You can't um just make me feel guilty and just kill me inside. If you haven't hurt anyone, if you have not, if you haven't killed anyone, if you haven't, just committed a crime, there's nothing to feel guilty about. And just, a lot of people, they just bombard you uh, with uh, with guilt. They're trying to make you feel guilt over something that was normal, over something that wasn't even a big deal. Maybe you just made a fool out of yourself. Oh, now everyone knows you did this thing. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I don't really care. And this is why you just have to stop thinking, because people are out there. They're just they just love bringing someone down. And I'm just saying this as a matter of fact, because a lot of people, they just don't have good intentions with you, whether it is coworkers, friends. Your families may have good intentions with you, and um, uh, that is a part that you should just keep within yourself and be close to, because sometimes they have the best intentions for you, but for strangers, for friends, for people you met, even your girlfriend, sometimes they just don't have the best intentions for you. You know, your friends, they can always make another friend, and your girlfriend just can always dump you for another guy. Find your replacement in an instant. And then you have what else do you have? And then I think the family is the main reason. Family and yourself. You don't have to lose yourself. A lot of people just lose themselves, and that is why they face such identity crisis, because they don't have identity outside of their friend groups. They don't have, they don't know who they are outside of the relationship. They don't know who they are, and that is very scary, because these relationships, the outside relationships, they're temporary. The relationship that you have with yourself is permanent. So yeah, just don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself to thought. Don't lose yourself to people. Don't lose yourself to a certain individual. A lot of people, they just love to glaze some characters. They base their personality on certain celebrities, and that is just so wrong, because A, it's not genuine, and B, it's just not going to get you anywhere. You have to develop your own philosophy. You have to know who you are. And when you know who you are, when you know that this world cannot disrupt you whatsoever, that is when you win for real. That is when you can you can take on any challenge. You can take on anything that the world throws at you. So yeah, the friend group, or your friends, or anyone betraying you shouldn't really matter. Does it matter? I don't think so, because this is a world that is that is driven by selfish motives, that is driven by a victim mindset. No one just accepts the responsibility anymore. Everyone wants to play the victim. Everyone wants to be the one who got hurt. And at times we just don't take anyone else's opinion into our mind, and we just create this persona. We just create this villain mindset. And people who use ChatGPT or Grok or anything like that, they're the most dumbest people ever. they they will never ever take responsibilities, and I feel like this is added to the culture of people not taking responsibilities, because ChatGPT and Grok is not never going to call you out for anything. They're just going to be like, oh, you're the victim here, you're the victim here, oh, you rebounded. Well, that's because it's okay. You were feeling lost, and it's okay to move on pretty quick. It's okay. You don't have to heal. No, no, no. It's been a week already. What are you gonna cry all day? Or you ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, did I say something wrong here? Because I don't have the mental capacity to decipher whether I said something was wrong or not. And if the other person is telling me, oh man, I feel hurt. Hey, look, ChatGPT doesn't think so. ChatGPT says that I was right. ChatGPT says that I was in the right, and whatever that you're saying is invalid, because ChatGPT, that is my source for my behavior. I'm gonna let Grok and ChatGPT lead my decisions. Oh my god. How many times have we just denied our inner feeling in order to justify our actions? I've stopped using these tools for any advices. I do it for work sometimes, but I will never do that to take any advice. I will never do that if I have to take certain responsibilities. I'm gonna own up to my actions. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I know this is wrong. I know this is right. So why do I need someone else's approval to tell me how to be, how to live? No one no one takes responsibility anymore. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is like the last person you want to get advice from. At first, it's not a human, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. Why are you just treating it as your therapist? ChatGPT is not your therapist. And a lot of people just don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. Why do they not get it? Well, I don't know. Like, because they don't want to take responsibility for their actions. They want to stay in their mind playing the victim. People are very cunning. You have to be, you have to be very smart or extra cautious when dealing with them, because one wrong move, you're gone. Your life's over. They're gonna have this hover above you for life. They're gonna make you feel guilty for that, and they're gonna malign your character, because that is what they do. they're gonna play the victim. They always want to be the victim, and I don't know. I just, may God help these people. And yeah. Anyway, enough of my rant. Guess I'm just gonna quit here. So yeah. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.